Alright guys, this is going to be a 1 to 55 Slayer guide. It's going to be dominantly for Obby Maulers, obviously for the Slayer staff, which requires 50 Magic and 55 Slayer. Um, I guess to start off with, I would recommend using all XP lamps and like the like little book of knowledge on Slayer, especially if you're trying to grind out 55, because it's pretty decent experience for that compared to most other stats, since Slayer is really slow, especially with one attack, one defense. This is, like I said, mostly going to be for Obby Maulers, but it's a pretty decent guide for everybody. If you were staying one prayer, I got 31 early, but if you were staying one prayer, I recommend doing that because that way it eliminates most tasks or all tasks in Canifis. Therefore, you will not be getting ghouls. I don't think shades, vampires, banshees, all of which are not very great tasks, unless you're cannoning, but still. Um, which brings me, so if you say one prayer, you just get tasks from Terrail, not Miss Kana. I get it from Miss Kana, but whatever. Um, some tasks, assuming you're 1 to 31 prayer, or if you get tasks from Terrail or Miss Kana, you're gonna get like desert lizards, which kind of suck. Wolves, which are really good. Calphites, which are really good for cannoning, especially for the wolves. I cannon almost every task. I started with 50 range and 50 magic before I started slaying like seriously. I think I was like 22 Slayer when I started slaying seriously. You can get 9 for 1k, like 1k experience, which gives you level 9 from 1 at the Varrock Museum for answering the questions in the curator place. And then I got like the 20 something from just like XP lamps and shit. And then I got 20k experience from doing one small favor. The one small favor quest, along with its pre-quests, which are Druidic Ritual, Jungle Potion, and Shiloh Village, took around a total of 3.5 hours for all 4 quests, which isn't bad. It's around 166k experience from 1 to 6 or 1 to 55. So on average, you get maybe like 2k an hour, give or take, depending on what task you get. If you get a good task like Wolves, which you can cannon, and I recommend cannoning almost every task. I started from 50 range and 50 magic, and here I am. I'm 59 range, 18k off, 60, and 56 magic. I started doing mage because you get to the point where certain tasks you just don't hit very well with your Obby Maul and Berserker Necklace, so it's just easier to cast magic. I was planning on getting 60 range, and 60 magic won't affect my combat level after I get 60 range anyway, so it was just helpful. Certain tasks, such as dogs, anything that's like multi-combat, I recommend using a cannon, or if you can safe spot and don't mind getting at magic or range, I recommend like dogs at the MacGruber Woods are good. Some tasks that I really like: wolves, calfights, dogs. Let's see, hill giants are okay. Those are really the decent ones. The ones I had that were pretty like they hit a lot on one defense are ghouls. Dogs do hit a lot if you're not safe spotting them. Vampires especially. Bats kind of hit a lot. Whatever. These things are okay. Tasks that really blow. Cave slimes, banshees, desert lizards. All those suck. There's nothing you can do about it because they're like minimum Slayer level 2. So like I said, any monsters that are in Canifis and you haven't completed the Priest and Peril quest, you will not be getting those monsters. So it's beneficial if you don't do that quest that early. If you've already done it, it's no harm, no foul. I did it too. I didn't know actually at first until after I got the 11 prayer levels from Ghost Priest and Peril or whatever that you can exclude yourself from getting those tasks. So I kind of it's a little bit regrettable, but it's whatever. From 50 to 59 range, I do range sometimes with like my magic short bow, so it's not all cannon. I believe I've used probably around 10 to 12k cannonballs, which is around 220 each. Yeah, you're gonna get guys like this that think you're cannoning for experience. Little do they know you're slaying. So they just think you're an idiot when you're not. But it's based off your range level. The cannon hits are based off your range level and your range XP or your range bonus, which is why I use like the ranger set. It's not just for looks because it's stupid to do that. And I recommend using a ring of life at any task because at any time the world can DC and it's just stupid. Um, I don't know. So if you like, it saved me twice throughout my slaying. One time because of DC, and one time because of AFK. So it's just convenient more than anything. Let's see, 55 Slayer. I think I started to grind it out about a week ago, and by grind, like really the only day that I've had was yesterday, which I grinded from like 51 to 54, like just bare or like 53, like 2K off 54. So I'll probably be able to get. I think it was 15K experience, 16K experience from 54 to 55. I've been on for like 2 to 3 hours today, and I've probably gotten like 5 to 6K XP. So it's really not, maybe not that long, maybe like only 2 hours, but still, it's really not great experience, even when you up the ranks, because you're still getting the same tasks. So let's see. Tasks such as desert lizards, you need ice coolers. Banshees, you need earmuffs. Just trying to think of some shit. It's pretty easy. If you need tips or whatever, you literally have a tips option on your enchanted gem. I recommend keeping this in your inventory at all times, just because you can check how many you got left. Anything in the Slayer Tower in Canifis, if you are doing tasks there, or in the Relic of Slayer Caves, you cannot use a cannon for. So I recommend definitely not bringing a cannon because it weighs you down and takes a long time to run there. And then bring if you're going to the Relic of Slayer Caves and you're not, it's like above like 45 combat. If you're below 45 combat, bring in anti-poison because you have to run by cave crawlers and they'll poison you for like 8s. So your trip will be like way short if you don't bring anti-pots. Let's see. If your cannon does degrade, it will degrade after like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it is. You can just talk to the little dwarf fucker in Valador and he'll give it back to you for free. So don't be like, oh my god, I lost my cannon. What happened to it? Um, the Slayer Staff is the best weapon for one attack people with one attack. I think it's like the best until like level like at least like 40 attacks. So it's really it sucks to get because 40 attack is, or one attack sucks. You don't hit very many. Like you'll hit decently high, obviously. I'm only 71 strength. I think I can get like up to 90 strength after like I get my 55 Slayer because I got such high range that I can level with. Or I won't level by getting like 19 strength levels, but so that's what I'm gonna be going for after this. But you just hit a lot of zeros. I mean, granted, I think on my with prayer on, I can probably hit like a 30, but I don't know. It's still like some of the tasks you get, you only have 22 hit points, and it's like you just never hit them. So it's a patience thing more than anything. Let me see. Fuck. Strength pot. Yeah. I just leave my cannon there to AFK a little bit while I'm getting my sharks. It's pretty close. You pretty much learn the locations. Bats I do here. Wolves I do on White Wolf Mountain. Desert lizards are only in one location in Shante Pass. Banshee Slayer Tower. Pyrofiends you get a lot. Slayer Tower. Or Slayer, Relic of Slayer Caves along with cave crawlers and I don't know, the rock slugs. I usually skip rock slugs, they're annoying. Um, Cave slimes are in Lumbridge. Let me see. Skeletons and zombies I do in Edgeville. The little, like underneath the bank area in Edgeville. Not, or near the yew trees and the trapdoor. Um, you can try getting Slayer tasks from Vanica. You do not need 70 combat. I read somewhere you did, and you do not. It's just recommended, I think. So I've used like 2 tasks there. Most of the Vanica's tasks are high defense though. So if you don't have one attack, it's hard to hit. It's hard to hit. Even your cannon will hit that often, and they hit a lot on you. Like I don't know. I got like Earth Warriors one time. I tried to kill them and they just destroyed me. So I'm like, okay, this is stupid. So I actually did like, and he gives you higher like numbers for per task. So like instead of like 40 to 60, you get like 80 to 100. So it's kind of a lot. You can always skip the task if you get the one that's skippable in Terrail. I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory, but if you didn't already know, and you get a task from Vanica or Metscana that you don't want to do or can't do, just talk to Terrail in Berthorpe and he'll give you a new task if he doesn't assign those to you already. That's about it. It's really not too hard. I recommend training with. I recommend going for Slayer after at least 60 plus strength, and I definitely recommend a cannon. I messed up and got 50 range before I knew like what I was going to be doing with my account, so I'm way high range. But without a cannon, it takes probably 4 to 5 times longer. So I completely recommend using a cannon. If you start off at one range, and you'll probably get to like maybe 40 or 50, which would be decent, but you're gonna hit a lot of zeros with your cannon because it is affected by your range level. So it's pros and cons. Keep your range bonuses up if you're using a cannon. It definitely goes by a lot faster if you can, and trust me, I almost cannon almost every task I do. If you guys have any tasks or want to know where a best location is, because I actually try and look up the task, and sometimes I can't find videos on like a good place to kill them, especially in old school. So I pretty much have had every task by now, I think. So definitely send me a PM or what's it called, a message on my YouTube video if you guys need help with that. Yeah, so after I get my 55 Slayer, which should be sometime today or tomorrow, I will be probably just grinding out merching and mostly strength, training strength. I'm definitely excited to go back to experiments and do some AFKing because Slayer is really not that AFKable. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out a little bit. It took me, I think, with counting the experience from the quest, which was 20K experience, I think it took me about a week at this point, so maybe a little over a week because I played a lot and I didn't do everything the smartest way probably, but I did it pretty efficiently. So maybe I would assume about a week, week and a half of pretty good labor intensive work. So enjoy it. It sucks, but it is a devotion to 1 week out of your life. Not even. I mean, maybe 5, 6 hours a day for that week, and then you're good. You got your Slayer staff, and you never really have to train Slayer again. So it makes one attack a lot more bearable. Thanks, guys, for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe if you guys need help. Definitely message below, and I'll help you guys out. Thanks.